Hi everyone, welcome to iitiansgateclasses. I'm Dheeraj Misra, and today we are going to solve questions from data science and AI sample paper, sample question paper from the topic probability and statistics. Right. So we have taken some of the questions which are can be answered. Right. So whatever concept we have discussed, whatever theory we have discussed, the same question has been also asked in the sample paper. Right. So today we are going to solve it. Yes. So please join the session, and this session can be useful for all the branches, not only for gate data science and AI, for computer science, for mechanical, electronics, electrical, for all the branches, because everybody might be going for this paper, right? So this question, we are going to solve the question from probability and statistics, and we will directly, and you can see the weightage of this topic, that is nothing but 17, right? So total, you can say 35 marks will be from mathematics. So the very first question we have got here is, can we have the very first question? And please try solving these kind of questions, okay? So that there will be a kind of revision as well as the practice. Yeah. So as we can read the question here, guys, the very first question that was asked, okay, uh, the mean of the observation or the first 50 observation of a process is 12, right? So they have given here the mean of the first 50 observation of the process is 12, and if 51 observation is 18, then the mean of the first 51 observation of the process we have to find. Okay, so one more extra observation has been added, so mean has got changed here, right? Okay, I mean okay, this is very important to keep in mind. So extra 51st observation is 18 they have added, so then the mean of the first 51 observation of the process rounded up to two decimal places. Yeah, so can somebody answer this question? What will be the answer for this question? Yes, so we can solve this question nicely. Okay, so you know that mean is also considered as the average, right? Okay, so we will directly solve this question, right? So mean is always called considered as average also, right? So if there are 50 observations, so you can find the sum, right? You can find the sum, or what you can do here is you can take what you can do here is you have to find the mean of the 51st observation, okay, of the process. Understand? So the sum, you can find the sum first, okay, because the mean is given, then you can find the sum, okay, sum of 50 observation. What is the sum of 50 observation? The sum of 50 observations, right, is equal to, you can say 50 into 12, right? 50 into 12, I believe this is fine for all, right? So you can find out this, so it will be nothing but 600. Understand? So it is going to be 600, right? Now what you're doing is you are adding one more observation, that is nothing but 18, right? Okay, there is one observation that is nothing but 18, and the number of observation is one only right here. Okay, so your mean is going to get increased. Okay, that is very important to keep in mind. Okay, here, so if you are adding I mean if you are going to add one more observation, okay, so here the mean is 12. Okay, and now the mean will be definitely increasing. Okay, it cannot be less than 12. Okay, that is very important to keep in mind. Yes, so what will be the new observation, guys? New observation is going to be what? So you can say that the new mean for this, new mean, you can say new mean or average will be equal to, the sum is 600 plus 18 into 1, right? This is going to be a sum for 51st observation, you can say, upon total is 51, right? So you can solve this and you will get the answer as what? You will get the answer as nearly 12 point, you can say here 12.12, right? So if you solve this, so you're going to get this using calculator. Okay, so it's a very simple process, that is nothing but 618 by 51. Okay, so if you're going to solve this, so you'll get around 12.12, right? 12.12. So I believe this question is clear. So whenever there is a, observations are given, number of observations are given, okay, and the mean is given, so you can find the mean of that. Okay, I mean you can find the sum of that. Okay, or you can also use this process. Let me tell you, you can consider two groups basically. Okay, one group is having the, you can say that the average A1, and the number of observations are N1. And the second group you can say is number of, there are two groups and both group has got different averages. You can say A2, and this is going to be N2, right? So you can find the weighted average of them. So what is the weighted average? That's what they are asking. That is nothing but N1 A1 plus N2 A2 by N1 plus N2, right? This is called weighted average. Okay, I think this is clear, right? So it is not like a mathematics question. You can say this is just like a aptitude question kind of. Okay, the answer for this question will be 12.12, right? Shall we move to next question? Yes. The question number 7, this question was in sample paper, question number 7. A fair coin is flipped twice. Okay, a coin is there that is flipped twice, and it is given that at least one tail has been observed. At least one tail has been observed. Okay, at least means what? There can be one tail, there can be two tail also, right? Okay, that is very important to keep in mind. So if you're going to toss a coin, so you will get head or tail. Again, you're going to toss a coin, so you will get head or tail. You're going to get head or tail, right? So what is the okay, that is very important. So what is the sample space here, guys? These are the outcome which is going to be in the sample space, ST, and this is TH, and this is TT, right? So this is kind of sequential description, okay, to write the sample space of any random experiment. Okay, so now you have to find the probability of getting two tail, right? What is the probability of getting two tail? That is the question. Yes, guys. And they have also given that it is given that at least one tail has been observed, right? At least one tail has been observed. What is the probability that the probability of getting two tail? Yes. So I believe there are you can see here the total number of observations are what? Total number of favorable observations you can say here is 3, right? Total number of favorable outcome is 3, and only one outcome is going to be the what you have to find out. The probability of getting exactly two tail is going to be what? 1 upon 3. So answer for this question will be 1 by 3. Okay, directly you can find the answer, right? So this is very important, and we always try to find the probability of the event, and here the event is nothing but this, right? So what is the definition? The classical definition of probability, uh, the favorable upon total, right? Understood? That is very important. So this is the answer for this question. 1 by 3 will be answer for this question. Yes. So I think this question is clear, guys. Okay, so you have got the sample space, but you will get again the based on this, it is given that at least one tail has been observed. So in this there is no tail, you can see here. So we are not going to consider this one, right? Okay, so we have to find the sample space according to the given question. So that sample space will be this. Okay, like has T, TH and TT, right? You can say that uh, has T, okay, TH and TT, right? This is the sample space according to the question, and you have to find the probability of TT. So there are one, okay, one outcome only, and you can say there are three. So answer will be 1 by 3. Understood? So it's a very simple question which was asked in given in sample paper GATE data science and AI, right? So let's move to next question. It's a very good question, guys. You can see uh, for two events A and B, here they have given V is a subset of A. B is a subset of A. Which one of the following is correct? Yes. So which one of the following is correct? Can somebody tell me here? I think many of you might have seen this kind of a thing. Okay, these are nothing but a conditional probabilities, right? These are conditional probabilities. Okay, they have given conditional probability. So first of all, you can visualize here. Suppose you have got a sample space, right? This is kind of a sample space using Venn diagram, and one of the event is A here, okay, and the B event is defined inside the A only, right? This is going to be B. Okay, this is the event A, and this is going to be the event B, because B is a subset of A, you can say, right? B is going to be a subset of A, right? So B will be staying inside A. Okay, so I think this is clear. Yes. So what you can do here is now you can find out what is the A intersection of B, right? So what is A intersection of B here? A intersection of B is nothing but A intersection of B is nothing but what? You can say B only, because after all this B is nothing but a subset of A, right? So you can take the probability, you can assign the probability. So probability of A intersection B is going to be probability of B only. Okay, understood. So you can now write the conditional probability. What is conditional probability? If you take probability of A intersection B upon the probability of B, right? This is nothing but 1 here. Okay, from here you can expect this is nothing but 1. Okay, how it is 1? You can take probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of B, and this becomes 1, right? And this is nothing but what? This is nothing but the definition of conditional probability. Probability of A given B, right? Which is nothing but 1. But in this question, you can see here they have given probability of A intersects A given B is less than 1. This is the option which is correct, incorrect. Okay, and this is also incorrect. Understood? Let me again explain. What is the conditional probability, guys? I have told you using some you can say the tree diagram. Suppose this is nothing but A, this is going to be B, right? Understood? So you can say here, let me write one more. Just wait. Okay, so we can write the definition directly, in fact without drawing in this tree diagram also. So what is the definition of conditional probability? Conditional probability is nothing but something will be given here, A given B, okay, is equal to probability of A intersection B upon probability of B. Okay, or you can also write this as probability of B given A equal to probability of A intersection B upon probability of A, right? Understood? From the symmetry you can do. So these two options are eliminated, right? Because you know that the probability of A given B must be 1. Now we have to verify this. We have to verify this. Okay. Now you see here they have given that the probability of B given A is greater than the probability of B, right? So let us see option A. Option A. Option A, right? What they have given, probability of B given A is greater than the probability of B. Is it true? Can we check? Yes. So what we can write this as, probability of B given A is nothing but what? Probability of A intersection B, right, upon probability of A. Okay. We have to prove it. Okay. Now you know that you can write this as probability of B, okay, upon the probability of A is greater than the probability of B. And you know that the probability of any event, okay, probability of any event must lie between 0 and 1. Okay, that is the basic truth that we have seen, during our classes, in terms of axioms of probability, right? Any event you take, probability of A should always lie between 0 and 1. Understood? So if this denominator is going to be lying between 0 and 1, okay, so the overall fraction is going to be increasing. Understand? Overall fraction is going to be increasing. Understand? So this is very, very important to keep in mind. So this will be greater. Okay, this is going to be greater. Understand? Okay, because if you're going to put 0, you can say that if you're going to put here probability of A equal to zero point 0.5, so the overall fraction is going to be what? 2 times of probability of B, right? Certainly your left hand side is going to be increasing, right? I hope this makes sense to all. Yes. So you can just say that which option is going to be correct. So this option can be correct, okay? Because if you take probability of A as 0 0.5, okay, just consider this. So overall is going to be greater. You see, probability of B, if you put 1 by 2, so this 2 goes up. Understood? So this is certainly, this fraction has to be greater. Understand? So this is very important to keep in mind. So which option can be correct here? So option A can be correct in this question. Okay, option A can be correct. So if you have thorough understanding of how to write the conditional probabilities, okay, what is the difference between ordinary probability and the conditional probability, and all the properties which we study about, you can say, about ordinary probability, that is nothing but probability of any event lies between 0 and 1, probability of sure event is 1, probability of impossible event is 0. Those are all the axioms of probability. Okay, so option A will be correct. देखो सारे options we are able to verify it. Okay, and if you don't know the concept, you will go for blind guess, right? And the blind guess can be penalized. Understand? Chalo, this was a very good question. Now let us see this question. Okay, this question is from our favorite topic, random variable, right? Here x is a random variable, okay, with a support. Okay, with the support they have given a -2 and 2 intersection of 99.5 100.5, right? This is a PDF of x. Okay, PDF of x is such that it is equal to constant c, okay, inside its support, and 0, okay, inside its support, and 0. Understood? So the expected value of y you have to find. Sorry, expected value of x you have to find. That's it. In this question can be done directly, right? Okay, this question can be done directly. It is a very simple question. Since you know that your mean does not depend. Suppose any PDF if you take, right? This is a PDF if you take. Okay. Suppose any uniformly distributed PDF if you take. Suppose this is nothing but a, this is b, right? So this must be what? This must be b minus a, right? So if someone is going to ask you what is the mean of this, right? The mean is going to be this, right? The a plus b by 2, right? Mean depends upon the value of x, okay, the value of random variable that it takes, right? The mean does not depend upon here. Okay, you can say directly you can find in case of uniformly distributed random variable. Okay, remember this is only applicable for uniformly distributed random variable. Okay, so your mean is going to be this. Okay, so these statements given here can be confusing also. What you will go for finding c, then you will spend more time here, right? So what you can do here is directly you can find out the mean of this. Okay, since they have given this is one PDF, okay, that is uniformly distributed PDF, this is also one uniformly distributed PDF, so you can use this formula directly, right? So support is given here as, let me write support, that is nothing but -2 and 2 intersection you know 99.5 and 100.5, right? So, what is the mean of this? So, expectation of, you can say x, that is called the mean of the random variable x, is going to be equal to, what is the mean of this, guys? Mean of this, -2 and 2 ka mean kya hoga? Okay, -2 and 2 ka mean. Can you tell me -2 and 2 ka mean? Yeah. -2 and 2 ka mean will be what? You see, let me draw this picture. So, -2 and 2. Okay, -2 and 2. Yeah, this is x. So -2 and 2, which is this will be 1 by 4. So you know that the mean is going to be 0 here, you see. And also you can verify here a plus b by 2, which is nothing but 2 minus 2 by 2, which is nothing but 0. Or you can directly look at this. Okay, since this ud of his you can say uniform density function is symmetrical about origin. So the answer, the mean is going to be 0 for this, right? Plus, right? Plus 99.9 and 100.5. So you can just again you can add and find out the mean of this, right? So I believe this is fine. So a plus b, a minus b you have to use. That's it. Okay, a plus b, a minus b. So this question was direct. Okay, little confusing. Okay, for people to. So what is 99.5 plus 100.5? 99.5 upon 2. So the answer for this question will be what? You can say that if you add this, okay, so what you are going to get is this is giving you 200 by 2, okay, which is nothing but 100. So you can avoid the labor that you're going to put, okay, in order to compute this c, okay, and then okay, I mean so much, and you're going to follow that conventional procedure. So the conventional procedure is nothing but this. If any density function is given for any random variable, so you can find the expectation of that guy. Expectation of x is written as minus infinity to infinity, right? Is small x, okay, the value taken by the random variable and the density function. So this is the conventional approach, right? But as far as the density function is given here, the uniformly distributed density function is given, so you can directly find out the answer. Answer for this question will be 100, right? So this is an NET question. So always whenever you read the question, you have to optimize the process, guys. Okay, optimization is very important. Okay, so that you can get the answer very quickly. Otherwise you can get lost into mathematics also, because many of us get lost in mathematics whenever we solve the questions. Okay, understand? That is why knowing the procedure, conventional procedure is not that important than solving the question optimized, okay, in optimized manner, right? So yeah, fine. So this question is, what is the Pearson correlation coefficient? So this question is quite lengthy question. You can see here because they are asking the Pearson correlation coefficient between x and y for the data in the table, right? It is kind of quite lengthy question. I mean, you have to draw the table. You have to because if you see that, if you see the formula for Pearson correlation coefficient, since they have given x, y, okay, and these are the observation they have given, -6 to 0.27, -4 6.4, right, 4.7 8 2 and 3.4, right? So the Pearson correlation coefficient formula you have to see, okay. So you have to find between x and y for the data in the table. So I will be showing you the formula, okay, and rest is the algebra, right? So I'm gonna leave to you also, right? So what is this? Rxy is basically the covariance of x comma y, okay, upon you can say that the sigma x sigma y, okay. What is this covariance? Covariance of x comma y. Covariance of x comma y is nothing but expectation of the product x y. These are the two random variable minus the expectation of x dot expectation of y, right? So if this you can say that if these two random variables are independent, right? So this can be written as okay, if suppose in the question they have mentioned, but they did not mention anything, right? So if suppose these this these two random variables are independent, so you can say that the expectation of the product of two random variable can be written as expectation of x and the expectation of y, okay. The mean of the product of two random variable can be written as the product of two individual mean, right? So your covariance is gonna be zero in that case. So this coefficient will be zero. But here it is not mentioned, right? Okay, like they are independent. Understand? So you have to follow the process. You have to follow the process. Understand? Now you know that this expectation of x by minus expectation of x into x by. So you can write this as, okay, you can find this expectation of x minus x bar and y minus y bar. Okay. So you have to find this. Since you have got x in the question, you have got y in the question, so you have to find x bar, you have to find y bar, and then big table has to be drawn. So let me draw the table also for you so that you can just do calculation. ठीक है? तो आपको क्या करना है? You just write here x, you write y. So x is given as, you see here what x is given, -6 to 0.27 -4. So you can say that -6 to 0.2, right? 7 -4, right? So you have to add and you have to find the mean of this, right? So okay, you have to find x bar here, right? And then y is given, y is nothing but 6.4, 4.7, right, 8 to 3.4, right? Let me show you this also, it is given, yeah. Okay, so this will give you y bar, right? Then you have to find x minus x bar, right? So these table you have to prepare. Y minus y bar you have to find. Understand? Okay, this is very very important to keep in mind, guys. Okay. Then what you have to find? Then you can find out x minus x bar whole square, y minus y bar whole square, right? Understood? So these things you have to find. Then you can find out x minus x bar into y minus y bar. Okay, these are the table that you have to form. Okay, then you can find the expectation, right? The mean. So if you multiply this and this, right? If you multiply this and this, and then you can find the mean. What is mean? Basically, you know how to find mean if observations are given, right? So these are the observations given. You can find the mean of that. How many observations are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add and divide by the observation, right? So yes, so I believe this is fine for all. So this formula is like, this question is quite lengthy one, okay, and this formula has to be used, right? So this exercise you have to do for, okay, I will give you direct values here, right? So you can see here this will come out to be uh, you can say minus 0.16, okay, mean of the x, and this will come out to be 4.9. Understood? And then x minus x bar you can find out, right? x minus x bar. Yes. Okay, so and how do we find out this? How do we find out this? This is nothing but a standard deviation. You know, this is nothing but a standard deviation. We call it standard deviation, right? So I'm just giving you the theory behind this, right? So you can find out the first variance of that, okay? And the variance is nothing but what? You know, variance is nothing but expectation x square minus expectation ka whole square, right? Okay. So this question can be left out also, but as it will take more time to draw the table, and then you have to get all these answers. Understand? And there are two random variables also. Okay. So how they can make it easy? How they can make it easy? They can make it easy by by saying that these x and y random variable will be the independent. So they might give you the options as 0 or something, right? So the answer will be 0, right? So please, you have to do like this. You have to solve this, okay? And then you find this value, right? How you will find this value? You can just find this and this, right? And then take the product, you write here all, and then you can find out the expectation of x minus x bar and y minus y bar. So without spending much time here, we can move ahead in the next question. So I have just given you the theory behind this. Remember this formula, okay? Rxy equal to covariance of x comma y upon the standard deviation, okay? And then you can find out, right? Fine. So let us see this question, okay, from this, so here again they have given x is a uniformly distributed random variable from 0 to 1, right? So since they have given x is a uniformly distributed random variable, so you can directly draw it like this, 0 to 1. So this will be 1 only, right? Okay, this is for, you can say that for x, right? So f of x is given, this is defined, okay? This is the graph, okay? This is the plot, you can say, and they have given some analytical expression. Now you have to find the variance of x, okay? The variance of x. So directly you can find the variance of x, okay? Variance of x is direct here. If you know the formula, as long as uniformly distributed random variable is given, right? You can find out the direct, or if you want to go via conventional method, you can also do that, okay? What is the conventional method that I will discuss here, because the formula people can forget. So first of all, the variance is nothing but what? The variance, right? The variance is nothing but the mean square value, right? Okay, let me write here. The variance sigma x square is going to be equal to, or you can say variance of x equal to the mean square value, that is x square, expectation of x square minus the mean whole square, right? You can find the mean of this. What is the mean of this, guys? The mean of this, expectation of this, directly you can find out. Expectation is going to be 1 by 2, okay? There should not be any like, you should not take much time to compute this expectation, right? 1 by 2 directly you can write, since this is nothing but the uniformly distributed random variable, right? So yeah, now how to determine this guy? So you know that from the definition, x square is nothing but, okay, you can say minus infinity to infinity. The random variable is going to take the value x, small x, that is x square, and density function is given this is the formula that since your density function is support is given from 0 to 1, you see. So you can say that this is going to be 0 to 1 x square dx, right? Because f of x is also 1, this is constant here, right? So you can just integrate this guy. So x cube by 3, 0 to 1, so it is nothing but 1 by 3. Now you can plug all these values, right? So variance is going to be equal to, okay, that is going to be 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2 whole square. So 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2, okay, I mean this is 1 by 4, so you can say this is going to be what? 1 by 12. See, to get this answer, you can also get answer in one line, right? Okay, if you know these concepts, let me tell you. There you go. If uniformly distributed random variable will be given, suppose from A to B, you can say, right? If this is UDF, right, you can say UDF, okay, which is nothing but a to b. Okay, this is the support for uniformly distributed random variable. So what is the mean of the guys? Mean is going to be a plus b by 2. Directly you can remember mean. Okay. Now if they are asking the variance can be written as b minus a whole square by 12. It's a very simple formulas that you can remember, right? B minus a. So if you apply this and directly you can get the answer, since b minus a is nothing but 1 by 12, so answer will be D. Okay, so you don't have to carry out these integration and all, right? Okay, so these integrations and all can be used if the density function is not uniform, right? Some other kind of density function is given, right? Like exponential, other kind of density functions. Okay, so we have discussed various types of density function also in our classrooms. Okay, those who have studied from me. So this is very important to keep in mind. Okay, chalo. So this is done. Let us move to next question. Now you can observe that they are asking question and there are two random variables, right? Okay, these are the two random variables. Okay, consider the following joint distribution they are asking now. Okay, this is the joint distribution they have given. Okay, so consider the following joint distribution of the random variable x and y. Okay, so fxy is given as x times 1 plus 3y square by 4, and this is the range of, you see this is the this x value is going to take between 0 to 2 and y is going to take between 0 to 1. So you have to find which of the following is the conditional pdf of x given by. Okay, you have to find conditional pdf, guys. What you have to find? Conditional pdf, right? Yes. Understood. Fine. So, this question was basically modified also. In actual paper, this kind of question, I mean, when they have released two papers actually, in the first go and in the second go. So, similar question was asked. In the second paper, what they have given was they have changed something, right? They have changed the options also, right? So here they are asking which of the following is the conditional PDF of x given by, right? Okay. What is x given by, guys? What is x given by? So x given by, that probability of A given B is what? Probability of A intersection B, right? Upon probability of B. Okay. So you have to follow the same procedure here also. Okay. You have to follow the same procedure. Understand? So you can say that conditional PDF you have to find, that is nothing but this. Okay. So hmm. Okay. So in recent release of the paper, they have asked what they gave this density function, and they asked you to compute what they asked you to compute. Some options were given. I will give you that option also. So that also can be learned. Okay, so what they have given was which of the following statement is you can say are correct. Okay, some sort of MSQ question they have modified. Okay, so that option also I will write here. So they have given was x and y are mutually, okay, mutually correlated. Sorry, uncorrelated you can say. And option B was x and y are mutually, because in this case there is a pure calculation only. That's it. Okay, and x and y are mutually independent. Understood. And the mean of x is nothing but the mean of x is 1. Okay, and D option was given as the mean of y. Understood. Y is 0.5. Okay, these are the options they have given, right, for modified questions. Okay, but here you have to find conditional PDF. So how to find conditional PDF, guys? You need the marginal PDF also. Okay, because these are the joint PDFs, you have to find marginal PDF. Okay, so marginal PDF means you have to integrate this with respect to single variable, right? Because there are two variables x and y, so you have to find the marginal PDF also, and then the a common PDF upon, okay, and take the ratio. Understood? So that is very important to keep in mind. Yes. So yeah. And what will be the common for this? You see here, what will be the common for this, guys? Since this is given as 0 to 2 and this is given as 0 to 1, so common is going to be 0 to 1 only, right? You see, from 0 to 1. Understand? Fine. So we will see that. Yes. So let us start solving this question. So first of all, what we can find out, we can find out the marginal PDF for for x, right? So marginal PDF for x is going to be what? You can say that f of x. How to find f of x if joint PDF is given? You can just integrate this f of x by with respect to by. Okay, whenever you are finding the marginal PDF for x, okay, so you have to integrate with respect to by another variable, random variable. Okay, and what is the limit for this by? You see here they have given 0 to 1, so integrate from 0 to 1 here. Understood? Treating x as a constant here, right? So yes, so what we can do here, we can put 0 to 1, right? And x times 1 plus 3 by square, understood, upon 4 dy. Treating x as a constant, remember this is very important to keep in mind. So you can take x by 4 out also, no problems, x by 4 out because that is constant. So here it will be by plus 4 by cube. Okay, yeah, this is 3 by cube by 3. Okay, 0 to 1. Understood? So what it will give you, guys, tell me fast. Yeah, so I think you guys can directly get, this is going to give us f of x. Okay, so you have got f of x as, if you put these values, right? So you can see here this is going to give us if you put here 1 and this gives us 1, right? So it is going to give us x by 2, right? Yeah. So you have got the density function, okay, for f of x, right? That is nothing but uh, you know uh, that is nothing but what? x by 2. And what is the range here? X का range क्या दिया है? X का range दिया है, x is, I mean, from 0 to 2, right? So I believe this is fine. So how do we find out the marginal PDF from the joint PDF? Just by integrating, okay, treating x as a constant, okay, treating x as a constant, okay. And now you can find out the mean of this, right? What is the mean of that? You can find the mean of this. Okay, finding mean is very simple, since you know that f of x is x by 2, okay, where x can take 0 to 2, right? So mean of this, like expectation of x, you can find out. Okay, because this will be very simple, guys. Okay, directly we will be able to get, since they are asking conditional PDF here, right? So you know that one of the option is gonna be correct. Okay, just wait and watch what I'm going to do. And yes, so this is expectation of x. So expectation of x is going to be 0 to 2 x into x by 2 dx. So this is going to be 0 to 2 x square by 2 dx, right? Understood? Then you can just solve this. So what you will get here as, if you solve this, right, so you are going to get 1 by 2, you can take common. So this is nothing but x cube by 3, 0 to 2. You can say that it is going to be 8 by 6, right? And which is going to be 4 by 3, right? 4 by 3. And what they have given in this here, the mean of x is 1, right? So this will not be correct. Understood? This will not be correct. That is very important to keep in mind. Okay. Now you have to also find the conditional, I mean, marginal PDF for by. Okay. So marginal PDF for by is what? F by is going to be what? Treating by as a constant now. So x equal to 0 to 2, right? X equal to 0 to 2. Understood? So x equal to 0 to 2, and then this. Okay. With respect to x, you have to integrate now. Fine. So you put here x equal to 0 to 2, right? And fx by is given as, let me take, that is x times 1 plus 3 by square by 4 dx. Okay. Now this by is going to be treated as constant, okay, and this will be also useful to find out the conditional probability. So this guy can be taken out entirely because this is constant. Many of us get stuck here because we might take x inside and life is over. Okay, so 0 x equal to 0 to 2 x dx. Okay, so calculation is very important here. Understand? So this becomes 1 plus 3 by square by 4. Okay, and if you integrate this, right, so it is going to give us x square by 2, right, 0 to 2. Okay, now if you solve this, so it will give us 1 plus 3y square by 2 simply. Okay, because 4 gone. So what is the marginal PDF, guys? Marginal PDF for this is going to be 3 by square upon 2, and this by ranging from, you can say, 1. Okay, this is the marginal PDF. You can find out the mean of this also. So mean कैसे find करते हैं? Mean of expectation of by is going to be what? 0 to 1 by times of 1 by 2 plus 3 by square by 2. ठीक है, 3 by. So mean निकालेंगे तो क्या आएगा? You can say here this is going to be 1 by 2. You can take common also, no problem. ठीक है, so this becomes by square by 2 plus 3 by to the power 4 by 4, right, 0 to 1. You can say 1 by 2, 1 by 2 plus 3 by 4, right? So you can further solve this and you will find that what is the mean here, what mean you are getting. Okay, so mean of by is what? So simple calculation is there and nothing else, guys. Okay, so this is also wrong. You will not get 0.5 here in this case, right? So this will be wrong, this will be wrong. Now you have to check for uh, x and y are mutually uncorrelated, x and y are mutually independent. If x and y are mutually independent, guys, let me tell you, ठीक है, ये बहुत important है. If x and y, suppose probability of a given b, and if a and b are mutual, you can say that they are independent. Okay, so if you write this as probability of a given a intersection b upon probability of b, suppose a and b are independent, right? If a and b are independent, then what will be there, right? What is going to happen? So it will be nothing but probability of a only. Okay, that is very important to keep in mind. So if these two random variables are independent, so answer you can get very quickly, otherwise it will take more time. Understood? Okay, so you guys can also comment your thought because you have gone through these theories, okay, taught by me. So but the procedure that we are following is correct. Okay, so you have to follow these things. Okay, whenever there is a joint random variable, okay, for electronics people, for electrical engineering, okay, these concepts are very important. Okay, so we have got the marginal PDFs for fx and fy, right? So how to check whether they are, you can say that whether they are independent or not. Okay, that is very important to keep in mind. So yes. So since they have given joint distribution, so what we can do here is we can find out the product of individual density functions, and that should be equal to what? That is very important to keep in mind, right? So they have given joint distribution here. Right? Let me 1 minute. So here I can write. Okay, there go. What we can do here is they have given this joint distribution, right? That is x into 1 plus uh, 3 by square by 4, right? Okay, so we must get this if you're going to take the product of this individual marginal density functions. So you know that this fx by comma by should be equal to fx dot f by, okay, if they are what, if they are going to be independent, right? So let us see what is this. This is nothing but x by 2. We have got x by 2 or what? Yeah, x by 2. Understand? And if we are going to multiply this, okay, if you are going to multiply this, so you can say that 1 plus 3 by square by 2. Okay, so this will give you this will give us 1 plus 3 by square upon 4, right? So you see here we are getting back the same. Understand? we are getting back the same. They have given the they have given what, they have given the distribution here. Okay, the joint distribution they have given, understand. And we are going to get what, we are going to get the product of individual marginally density function also same, right? So they are independent in nature. Okay, they are going to be independent in nature, understand. This is very good question. Okay, so why I have written these options, guys, so that in order to find conditional probability will become very simple. Okay, that is very very important to keep in mind. Okay, so since they are independent, okay, remember this statement is true. Okay, if they are independent, so what answer you can expect, what answer you can expect here? Okay, that is very important. So you can write this as, you have to find the conditional probabilities, right? I mean conditional density function. So you can say that this is nothing but x, okay, upon by. Okay, so since they are independent, so this will be equal to, okay, simply the marginal density function f of x y, right? So the answer for this question will be C. Okay. Okay, so we are not able to realize. Okay, you have to realize how you have to realize. Uh, the realization will be, you have to always remember that they will never give you the question where a lot of calculation is involved, right? In this question you have to assume. Okay, if they haven't given, you can check also, right? Okay, you have to check, understood. So this is the conditional density function. Okay, that is equal to what, the joint density function upon the marginal means this. Okay, whatever is given, you can say given by. And now, since x and y are independent, so you can write this as f of x times f of y. Okay, the product of individual density function, understand. And then from the denominator, this guy will be cancelling. The marginal density function for by random variable is gonna get cancelled. So you will get only this. So you can get the answer very quickly, right? Otherwise, what will happen if you don't know that whether two random variables are dense, you can say that independent, so life become very tough. Okay, so from this question, lot of learning. Okay, lot of learning. Now they are also saying that x and y are mutually uncorrelated. What is the meaning of that? What is the meaning of that? Mutually uncorrelated, guys. Yes, how do we calculate mutually uncorrelated? Okay, since they are independent, certainly they will be uncorrelated. This is very very important. Just like in function, continuity, differentiability, we always say like this now, differentiability implies continuity, right? So if two random variables are independent, so they will be mutually uncorrelated. Okay, the correlation coefficient is gonna be 0. That is very important to keep in mind. I also told you, if they are independent, it means the expectation of x product. Okay, expectation of product of x into y is going to be what, expectation of the individual, you can say that random variable. Okay, if they are independent. Okay, if they are independent, so this will be the relation. Okay, and the correlation is going to be what, that this, let me show you, I have written here. Okay, hmm. This covariance is going to be 0 then. Okay, uncorrelated. Since x and y are independent, you can say if they are independent, you will replace this guy. You can say the expectation of product of two random variable is equal to okay, is equal to product of expectation of individual. Okay, individual expectation, product of individual expectation of, you can say individual expectation of x and y. Okay, if they are independent, so life is very simple if they are independent. Okay, so remember that if they are independent, guys, ठीक है, अगर वो independent है, then what you can do, they are correlated. तो ये आप statement याद रखना, यहाँ just I'm mentioning here what the independence implies what uncorrelation. Okay, that is very very important, but vice versa is not true. Okay, vice versa is not true always. Understand? If two random variables are uncorrelated, it does not mean that, okay, it does not mean that they are independent. Please remember that independence implies uncorrelation, that is very sure. Okay, covariance is going to be 0. So for this question, this was MSQ question, guys. I mean, this was one question, you can say, but I observed, before I was supposed to take this session, so I got to see one more concept, okay, in this question, right? So I added this, okay. So please remember. So इसमें क्या होगा आंसर? Option C will be correct for this, okay, and this will also be correct, okay. So how many? Like this is a MSQ question, you can say, okay. So statement is same, but the options are different. Okay, so we made two questions here. Understand? So I think this is clear for all. Yeah. Shall we move ahead? Yes. So you see here the question number 45. A class contains 60% of the students who are incapable of changing their opinion. Okay, about anything, and 40% of the students are changing their minds at random. Okay, with a probability that 0.3. Okay, between subsequent votes on the same issue, right? Then the probability of student randomly chosen voted twice in the same way is what? Yes, guys. Can we go ahead and solve this question? Yes. What is the answer? Because I think nobody has answered till now anything. You guys are just waiting. Ki Dheeraj sir is going to give us some good concept, right? Anyway, but please try this, okay? Because you see, this question was quite, informative questions. Okay, lot of formula, lot of discussion we made. Yes. So a class contains 60% of the students. So can we solve this question, guys? Jaldi se bataiye. This is from the very basic probability. Okay. So you see this question, and one more question is there, right? Okay. So if you want to solve this question first, then we can solve. Otherwise, we can also go to this question. This question is simple question, right? Direct. Yeah. We will solve that. Yes. Yes, guys. So what they have given is class contains 60% of students who are incapable of changing their opinions, right? Matlab 40% are there, they are changing their opinion, okay? Or you can say they are changing the mindset. Understand? With the probability 0.3, right? So if they have given those who are changing their opinion is 0.3, matlab those who are not capable of changing their opinion is 0.7, right? Okay, 0.7. Between the subsequent vote on the same issue, what is the probability of same student randomly chosen voted twice in the same way? Okay, voted twice in the same way. So can somebody answer this question? It's a very simple question. Okay. So from suppose you just consider like this. Suppose there are 100 people, right? 100 students are there. 60% you can say are capable or incapable of changing their and you can say that the 40% are capable of changing, right? Okay, so how many people are there? Since they have given the probability 0.3, so you can say that there are 12. Okay, understood, there are 12 out of 40. Okay, yes. So what is the answer for this question? Directly we can find out the answer. Okay. So zero point 0.6. Okay, zero point 0.6. So answer for this question will be what? You can say that between subsequent votes on the same issue, then the probability of student randomly chosen voted twice in the same way is what? Yes, guys. So you can say that if you're going to take zero point 0.6 as a probability plus, okay, I mean 60% students who are incapable of changing, so zero point 0.6 plus there are 40%, you can say that is nothing but 4, okay, into 0.7. Understood? So if you are going to solve this, so 0.6 plus 0.28, right? So what is this, guys? 0.88. Understood? 0.88. Okay. So answer for this question will be what? Answer for this question will be, 0.88 for this, right? So little thought process is involved. That's it. Okay. Little thought process is involved, and you can solve the question. So what they are asking is the probability of student randomly chosen voted twice in the same way. Okay, so 0.88 only you will get. Okay, 0.88 you're going to get. Understood? Fine. So we will move to next question. This was very basic question. And this question demands more explanation. Okay. Last time also when I was conducting aptitude class, so there was a question based on this, right? You see, what they have given here is let O1, O2, O3, O4 represent the possible outcome of the random experiment. Okay, so they have given 4 outcomes, and their probabilities are what? Their probabilities are equally likely. You see here, all the probabilities are same. Okay, so there are 4 outcomes. Okay, so you can say that the probability of each outcome is going to be 1 by 4 because they are equally likely. Understood? If they are equally likely, then if they are equally likely, then the probability of this guy is 1 by 4, probability of this guy is 1 by 4, probability of this guy is 1 by 4, probability of this guy. Okay, so this is the property that you must understand. Okay, because they have also mentioned here the probability of O1 equal to probability of O2, probability of O3, probability of O4 is same. It means if you add all the probability from the total probability theorem, sum of all the probability is going to be 1. Sum of all the probability is going to be 1, you can say, right? The probability of O1 plus probability of O2 plus probability of O3 plus probability of O4, right? So all the probabilities are same, so individual probability is going to be 1 by 4, 1 by 4, right? Yeah, fine. Now you have been given a event here, so you have been given an event here, P, Q, R and S, right? And you see the options, right? So P and Q are independent, so here you have to investigate, right? Pairwise independence. Pairwise independence. You know that what is the meaning of pairwise independence, right? What is the meaning of pairwise independence, guys? What is the meaning of pairwise independence? So you can say that if two events are independent, right? So you can say that if P and uh, that is very important, right? So if P, P of A intersection B, suppose there are two events A intersection B, so it should be equal to the product of A into product of B. That is what the case is. Okay. So this is a property that you have to use. This is a property that you have to use. Understand? So I believe this is fine for all. Yes. So what you can do here is there are P and Q. First of all, let us check. Let us investigate the So what is common between this? Common is Q2, right? And we can write here the P is given as O1 and O2, and Q is given as O2 and O3. What is you can say that P intersection Q, which is nothing but O2, right? So what is the probability of this, guys? That is 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4, right? But which is equal to 1 by 2, right? What is the probability of this, guys? That is nothing but 1 by 2 only. Understand? Because 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2. And what is the probability of this? 1 by 4. So you can say that the probability of P intersection Q is going to be equal to 1 by 4, which is going to be equal to product of P into product of Q. So probability of P kitna hai? This is the probability of P, right? This is the probability of Q. Okay. So this is nothing but 1 by 2, 1 by 2, right? Yeah. So they are equal. Understand? So P and Q are independent. Yes. P and Q are independent. Okay. Since they are equal, so P and Q are independent. I believe this is fine for all. Yes. So if P and Q are independent, so this guy will not be correct. Okay. P and Q are not independent, they have given. Option B will be directly eliminated. Okay. Now, you know that what they are asking now is you have to just find the pairwise independence. So R and S, let us take R and S. R ये है, S ये है. तो R को ले लो. R is given as event R. That is Q3, sorry, O3 and O4. Lot of patience is needed, guys. Okay. And this is very important for all the branches, not only for one branch. Okay. So O3, O4. O3 and O4, right? So R and S, O3, O4. Now, what you can do here is you can find the common here. So, what are the common element that is present? R intersection S, that is nothing but O3, right? Because O3, O4 was there. You have to be very careful here, guys. Okay, yeah, fine. Now you can find the properties. It will give you 1/2. It will give you, 3/4, right? 3/4, because there are three outcomes. 3/4. Now you know what is the probability 1/4. Since if you try to find the probability of R intersection S, that must be equal to probability of R dot probability of S. So you can say this is nothing but 1/4, 1/2 into 3/4. Since this is not equal, right? So R and S are not independent, right? This is wrong. This is wrong. R and S are not independent. This option is gone. Okay? This option is gone directly. Okay? So now Q and S are not independent, guys. Q and S are not independent, right? So you take Q here and you take S. So patiently you solve it, you will get it, right? So Q and S. Okay. Q is nothing but Q2, Q3, O2, O3, sorry, not Q2, Q3. And S is nothing but 1, 2, 3, right? So this is 1, 2, 3. I think this is clear, guys. Okay. Please remember that. So what we can do here is, what we can do now, you can find out the common element which is present in both. So this is nothing but uh, these two guys are present, right? So you can see that O2 and O3 is present. Okay. Now you find the probability of this. It is going to give you 1/2, because 1/4 plus 1/4, that is nothing but 2/4. So 1/2, it will give you 3/4, because 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. Now it will give us, if you are going to find the probability of this, so it will give us 1/2. So certainly if you're going to find out, so again, you will not find the probability of Q intersection S is equal to the probability of Q dot probability of S, right? So what they are saying, they are not independent, right? So here in the options they are saying Q and S are not independent. Yes, it is true. So which option is correct, guys? Here the option D is correct. Okay. So this question was also very good question, right? So the good questions you have to pick up, right? And I have discussed various kind of independence also in the various kind of independence, collective independence. If there are many events, right? So how can we find out the independence, the pair wise and all? So the simple relation is this, right? So this was all about from my side, guys. And please learn from this question. It was one of the very good question. Okay. Okay. And this question also very good. These questions are all good only, right? So we'll meet in the next session, guys. And uh, you know, I believe everybody might have learned something from this session, right? At least if you're going to learn 90%, right? That is also very beneficial for the GATE examination. Thank you so much. We will meet in the next session and keep learning. Yeah.